I call the next part of the Dinner Special podcast the pressure cooker. I am going to ask you 7 fast and fun questions that we want to know your answers to. Are you up for it?
I am so down.
Cool. Number 1, which food shows or cooking shows do you watch?
I actually don't have a TV. I've watched some Junior MasterChef. Is that a show now?
Yeah, MasterChef Junior with little kids.
MasterChef Junior, exactly. I've watched some of those with a friend's kid, but that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2, what are some food blogs or websites we have to know about?
Ooh. Some of my favorites are okay, some of my favorite food blogs right now that I go to as just sort of regular sources of inspiration, I would say are probably this. I love that one. Fix Feast Flair, with Food and Love. Let me think. What else? Will Frolic for Food, and The First Mess. Those are just some that are off the top of my head.
Okay, great.
Two Red Bulls I love. My Name is Yay also. I mean, there are so many. I'm really just constantly astounded by the amount of inspiration that is out there, and the level of beauty is so extraordinary. So
There are so many talented people doing
yeah,
such incredible things out there.
yeah.
Now, number 3, who do you follow on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, or Snapchat that make you happy?
That's a good one. Oh, this is someone that comes to mind right away, whose blog I just absolutely adore is Dash and Bella, Phyllis Grant. She's an incredible writer, and as a food writer, I think is doing really exciting things. Other Instagram and you said Pinterest as well?
Yeah, Pinterest,
Okay.
Instagram.
I think Instagram, definitely. I'm Laura Miller. That's the account name, Laura Miller. She just does hilarious things with fruits and veggies, posing with them, putting them on herself in weird ways, which obviously I like doing as well. I also, I follow Beyonce, clearly, and some other fashion accounts. I really love fashion, and some travel magazines, Trotter and Serial Mag, and I think, the Feed is also an incredible sort of aggregate of a lot of what's happening in on Instagram and just in the food sphere today. It's, I think, a great way to sort of keep up to date. And anything else? I think those are, of course, the people who I mentioned previously in terms of their blogs, I love following as well. Vegetarian Ventures, Shelley is an amazing photographer. So
Great.
those are a few that come to mind, yeah.
Perfect. Number 4, what is the most unusual or treasured item you have in your kitchen?
That is such a good question. I think I'm going to have to say it's a weird answer because it's so utilitarian, but my Vitamix is just, it's so multi-purpose, and I use it so often. I mean, I most days definitely use it at least once, and often more than once. And so I think for me, I would have to go with the Vitamix.
Great.
Not sentimental, but practical.
Exactly. Number 5, name one ingredient you used to dislike that you now love.
Cilantro. I couldn't stand cilantro, which I know is something that is common for a lot of people. Really disliked it when I was growing up. And then I don't know when it was that shifted, but it definitely became something that for me was just, I use it for so many different types of cuisine, and I think it adds an incredible dimension of flavor. So I love it now.
Great. Number 6, what are a few cookbooks that make your life better?
Definitely Ottolenghi's Plenty and Plenty More. There's so much complexity and depth in those recipes that I'm always kind of astounded when I explore it. There's a cookbook called The Balanced Plate by Renee Liu, who's a vegan chef, but she has a lot of great recipes that are super easy. There's a vegan cupcake recipe that she has that I use to make. I just alter it to become a coffee cake. It has a really nice streusel on top, and you would never know that it's vegan. And that to me is I don't like sort of cooking vegan recipes where you're making a lot of substitutions and using silken tofu and flax eggs and complex things. I love vegan recipes where the ingredients just all stand for themselves, and so that cookbook really does that, which is lovely. I think any others. That's what's coming to mind right now.
That's okay. That's great. And finally, number 7. I think I have an idea of what you're going to say for number 7. What song or album just makes you want to cook?
Yes, definitely. I do listen to a lot of Beyonce while I'm cooking. It's true. I also, I would say that I alternate between listening to really fun, upbeat music like Beyonce and listening to podcasts, because that's something that for me, I live alone, and having that, being able to have that human element in the kitchen with me, if I don't have someone else, over visiting, is really nice to be able to keep my brain engaged in that way, even as I'm using the rest of my body.
Right. Perfect. Well, congratulations, Lily. You have officially survived the pressure cooker.
Phew.